have the motivation to play for a week. But I've been back, and I've went from high plat, and now I'm going back and forth between plat 1 and gold diamond 5.
That's excellent. That's a huge improvement. Well done. Congrats on, I guess, for being statistical about it being good at the game. So that's awesome. How have you been? I mean, obviously, like results wise, statistics wise, rank wise, that's really really good. But how have you felt practice wise with the stuff that we talked about? Are you still playing Freya? Are you still working on some of the stuff that we spoke about?
Yeah, so I continued to play a good amount of Freya this season.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to have an even split. I think I have like 8 and 9 hours on both of them respectively.
Right.
Um, I
And this was
started off
Echo,
this
right?
season Echo and Freya, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
That's pretty much exclusively what I've played.
Basically. Okay, sounds good. When do you pick which? I don't think we talked about Echo in our last one as much. I think it was just Freya, no?
Yeah. Um, uh, I tend to pick Freya for defense and Echo for attack for the most part.
Yep.
I really like Echo on the maps you can glide on, of course,
Yeah.
like on the roofs and stuff.
Yeah.
And matchups as well. Like Echo feels way better into Genji than Freya does,
Yep.
stuff
Agreed.
like that.
Agreed. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. I mean, we've talked about Echo a while back, and then most recently Freya. So, any questions with practice or practice routine? I don't think we need to rehash that if you feel like you're confident with what you're doing. But if any questions come up,
No, I'd say I'm feeling pretty good with it. I'd say like the only comment I have is I wouldn't say I've felt it as much lately, but maybe it's because like it's my first game, like hopping
yep.
in the quick play to warm up. But I feel like I lose way more in quick play than I do in comp. I don't know if that's like a universal experience or not, but
No, it's just probably a pretty small sample size. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
yeah.
Any strategic or hero specific or micro specific or just any other questions specific about the game since we've last spoke?
Not that I can think of, no.
Not with Freya or Echo? Okay. So what are we looking at then?
So this replay was from 2 days ago. It is PJA
Okay.
9KY.
PJA 9KY. So PJA 9KY. Okay. Now, the one downside, I think, of console and Discord, there's nothing you can really do about it. But I do like with repeat sessions, especially doing replay reviews, obviously, is good, really valuable. But I think at some point trying to transition into live coaching, the problem, obviously, is that you can't really do that. You can't really screen share. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
even if you could, PlayStation's not known for its quality streaming.
Right, right. So,
um,
what we can do is we can look through this game, but just to increase the quality of the replay review, I'd like to do two things if possible. One, I'd like to kind of give you a little bit more responsibility with kind of problem solving here, because at this point in time, you
mhm.
probably have a pretty good idea of what you ought to be doing. Let's just check that between the execution. And then secondly, I'd like to, if you feel like there's a specific reason why you wanted to look at this code, we'll look at it. But once that section is gone, we can go to another code. We can bounce around between 4, 5, 6 different codes and look at a couple of team fights or sections each just to answer any questions you have, if that makes sense.
Okay. Um, yeah, when it comes to the live coaching while I'm playing, that could totally happen in the future. I have the ability to play on PC. My PC can definitely do Overwatch. It's just I've never been a PC keyboard and mouse player.
Yeah,
It
I
would
get
take
it.
time for me to get used to it. So
It's no problem. It's no problem. I mean, I would never make that transition just so you can get live coached. I don't think it's enough of a motivation. But I will say, if you ever do want to make that transition, I've worked with a lot of console to PC players, and they have all made that transition very, very well. Obviously, there's a bit of a
mhm.
learning curve, but you do not reset your mechanics. The way mechanics work, to my understanding, with my experience, is that it's less to do with muscle memory and more to do with your eyes. So that's kind of how like PC players or even console players can change their sensitivities and kind of get back their mechanics like
Mhm.
within a day or two, right? I mean, you're not literally starting from scratch. So if you do want to make the swap, you'd probably have an awkward transition period, but it would be shorter than you'd think. Let's just put it that way. That
Yeah,
being
and I feel
said,
like
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's one thing I feel like you can appreciate about Overwatch too. That like obviously mechanics are huge, but game sense is pretty big, and you don't lose that switching.
Exactly. Exactly. And like I said, mechanics, like you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I'm always continually surprised at how fast people transition over. So, okay. So why this code? Obviously, there was like a wipe, like what, a week ago. So why this particular code? You've taken some breaks. What did you want to look at
Um,
here?
So I had a few codes that I had saved throughout my time playing. I had one on Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
where I felt like I definitely had to fight for my win, but then
Yeah.
when I rewatched it, I'm like, oh, my Sojourn and my Hog are like kind of carrying me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also performing decent. So I wanted this Shambali code because I just wanted to point out a few of my deaths, just see if you can pinpoint or help me pinpoint some of like my positioning mistakes and stuff and deaths
Sure.
here.
Mm-hmm.
It's still pretty vague in my head. I tried getting a more recent code from the past few days, but I don't feel like I've had any amazing games that I'd wanted to show. So
That's okay.
I
That's
just
okay.
went to this pinned one
No
that I
problem. And as I
had.
said, whenever you feel like you've kind of gotten your full of it and you want to jump ahead to another code, just look at a couple of fights or even just a section of the map, just let me know and we'll pull the plug, all right? Make sure we're being efficient with your time here. Okay, so this you just felt like it was a relatively close game where you played okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions with the stuff that you were working on with Freya, which was a lot of kind of using your verticality cycles? Obviously, like the updraft cooldown has changed since we last spoke. Any questions with anything with her particularly?
No, I've been able to pick up on it a lot. I realized after uh, the session with Freya that when you were coaching me and you were telling me how I wasn't doing good damage, like I didn't even know you could reset the bolts by dashing. I didn't even know it was a thing when I
That's
played for
crazy.
her, like first 10 hours.
Okay.
And as soon as I learned that, it clicked with me a bit more. So
Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep. Okay, sounds good. Let's take a look here.
Attackers incoming.
Mm-hmm. Nice shots. Obviously, it's a nice start there. Now, I'm going to actually sort of say something a little spicy here. I don't mind this starting position right here, but, you know, obviously priority is just being on the off angle whenever you can. I think you should push your limits a little bit more here, given especially where this fight is breaking.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Like whenever you coach me or like, oh, what's Echo about this position? This is like an Ash position. I'm playing,
Right.
so I could totally see why playing more on the side, a little closer,
Yeah.
maybe gliding on the roofs more. That would totally be an option.
Mm-hmm. And you want to kind of push yourself mechanically, not just in terms of the shots that you're making, but in terms of like, I really have to manage my mobility. Because if you can really squeeze every ounce of value you can out of her mobility, you're just going to get better angles. And whenever you make mistakes on those angles, it's fine. Just do better next time. But in the meantime, you're still getting a lot of value. So like for here, this feels a little, I don't love it. But my general recommendation is just start here. Like really, truly.
I always forget that wall's there.
I know, but this is what you gotta be doing with Freya, right? Like this is like you said, the difference between an Ashe and a Freya or Widow and a Freya is like you just have accessibility to these angles that other heroes don't, and you can just get out. Now, you would definitely not want to play exposed here. You'd probably want to hug this frame here and then kind of pepper from here. But like, there's no reason not to do that, and then just to dash back and then wait for your cooldowns again. Because even like those are some really nice shots in Widow, but like. That is kind of spooky to take here, you know? Like, that's not exactly a major advantage for you.
No, that was the thing. When I killed that Widow, she went into text channel. I was like, holy Freya abuser. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the air for like 3 seconds. You have plenty of time to hit that shot. If you were mechanically there, I would totally be punished for that if I was in a higher
Case in
rank,
point,
probably.
Case in point right here, right? Even not even in a higher rank, like you'll be punished for it now, just not every time. Like right now, you're out mechanicking her, but there will still be times where you could have died there very easily. You're just rolling the dice. And you die there, your team loses the fight, and it's your fault that we've lost. So I can tell you're feeling uncomfortable right now positionally. Like something's off, but you don't know what to do about it. Now, I do like this. Like if you're going to approach something head on, you're going to want to do it from an advantage of crosshair ego, right? Like look at where her crosshair is and look where your is, right? That's good. That's one thing I've been seeing right now is you're using that verticality to get your sight lines for your shots easier, which is why you're doing that, right? But let's do that plus the lateral side, right? So not just the vertical, but the lateral as well, right? You can use both sides of that to give yourself an advantage.
Right. I feel like it'd be especially huge to get rid of the Zen. Not that Diva's going to have, with her Matrix, she's not going to like instantly die to a Zen, but it's still nice that he's not there.
Yeah, I mean, it's yes and no. So this is where I'm going to be a little bit of a stickler. I don't care whether it's Zen, Kiri, Lucio, Ryan. I just don't care because we don't want to overthink about who we're killing or who we're prioritizing necessarily. When you put yourself here, you're just naturally going to kill Widow Zen. And then maybe you'll shoot Kiri or Mei, and then maybe you'll come back and spam Queen. I don't really care. Focus on the angle first, right? Angle first, the targets will present themselves, right? Because you're absolutely right, but it wouldn't change if it was Zen or Ana. It would be the same result. Good shots.
So
Like
yeah,
you're
this is
putting
when
out.
my team started dying, and I didn't know am I
Well,
not getting picked enough? You know.
Well, okay, so this is the thing with Freya. As you know, first off, you're a very cyclical character, right? So like once you get the kill there, okay, this setting is not correct. This should be 7. It's jumping around too much. But like I think this moment right here, right? So your Diva's out, you get the Widow again, nice job. I think the problem here, I don't think this is bad, honestly. I think this is decent pressure. What I would do is just make sure that you go for your second cycle again here, because you have your updraft, you see? So you really should just be going for your updraft up the roof and go for your another bolt combo here. Just because it's, again, you know the routine. It's easier to hit your shots from verticality. It's easier to win the duels. So I think the problem here is that you hit the shot in the Zen, but because you're hiding behind a wall instead of using the roof here, you're not putting out, you're not using your updraft, and you're not using your second dash when you should be. You see that?
Yep.
Now, not to be that guy, but that would also be significantly easier from any side here. Right, it would just be easier to continue to pull pressure away from your tank. That being said, I don't think you made like any major mistakes here. Like even that was very useful for your team. I think what happened is your Genji just got smoked. Like he got smoked, and then your EDR got I think 5 orbed by the Zen. So that's just gonna happen. That being said, whether you were the quote unquote problem or not, your pressure shot could have been like 30-40% higher, right? Just to pick a random number, and that's all you can really worry about. Like even here, right? So. This is just so incredibly conservative, right, in terms of where you're going, especially given the fact that you know that there's nothing that can test you on your angles. There's no tracers, there's no sombras that might contest you. So of all the lateral angles to play, where should you probably be leveraging right now?
Right at the top window.
Right.
If I had time,
at least.
probably behind.
And see that I actually said that's a good observation. And this is the problem. You say if I had time, you did have time. You had time here.
Yeah, go left.
Yeah, your Diva's dead. You're going to be waiting at least 15 seconds before the next fight. You would absolutely be here. And here not only do you have the verticality, but you have the lateral movement as well. This is how you beat Widows. Right? This is maybe if it's a tracer, I like this decision instead because it's still an off angle, right? But it's one that's a little bit more constricted, if that makes sense, because you can't. There's not enough verticality to avoid tracer here, right? So you just die.
And I'd be closer to my supports.
Exactly. But here, there's nothing that will contest you on the angles flat-wise. So just go. Because these are good shots. Like I could tell you've been, playing the character and getting more comfortable with her. Using your dash resets obviously has been good. Like that right there, you got the cycle down, right? Like that's really, really good for pressure. But ultimately, you're either not taking an off angle or letting your team create the off angle for you. Because what happened is your team was right, then they go left, and then now you're on an off angle again. You see this? So you're kind of letting your team create the off angle for you, which is fine, but it's lucky, right? Like what if your Genji doesn't go there? Then you're probably the one dying to Widow instead, right?
Right.
That's why you're like, I'm hitting these long-range shots, but it doesn't matter as much. It's because that's good pressure. It's just not good enough right now. We need to be pulling resources off of our Genji, off of our Diva. And you do that exclusively on the angle. I mean, you must feel like completely helpless. Like I'm hitting basically every bolt, but it doesn't matter. It's because your uptime isn't enough. And your uptime isn't enough because of where you're positioned. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check your rollout here. As dumb as that is. That's fine.
Oh, you can go to the top left, can't you?
You can, yeah, you can. And it's just this is one of those moments, right, where it's like once you're here, you're going to win the fight for your team, especially with Bolo, right?
I don't think it was this game, but I think another game I had in Shambali, I did on attack. I used that.
Yeah, it's really good. Actually, on attack, it's actually worse. It's still good because it's more direct. You get poked, right? Everyone can see you. Defense is way stronger because there's just more cover. But yeah, I mean, it's still good, right? Like, I would go as far to say, yeah, what you're doing right now, you're like, oh, I got to go now. No, you need to take this angle here. You need to commit. You need to commit. Like, I mean, maybe here you're like, oh, I can just go right instead. But because you kind of see, it's like, there's just no angle here, right? Like, everyone's using cover on you. What could have been your alternative here instead of just going left? You got two options almost always.
Go right to the window.
Yeah, exactly. You literally will kill 3 people here or 2 people here. It's over. Like, it is over for them. Especially with your mechanics this game. You're just going to win. All right. You see how hard you have to like throw just to be able to see somebody when you're not on the angle.
Yeah.
Because you can't see them. They hide behind a wall. I mean,
Yeah,
that's one
I got very impatient there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, it's like that's the mistake, but it's also like you're getting impatient because you can't see anybody. You can't see anybody because your positioning is bad. Like I don't even mind this. There's infrasites right now, and I'd be very careful. But like,
Yeah, I saw her aiming at me.
Yeah, but I don't hate this. Like, you can play mind games with her, right? Like, you can kind of tweak with that and bait and dodge, and like you have the mobility advantage here. Like, if you play this smart, you probably don't die here. Like, you're really, really annoying right now. Like, really annoying. This is okay. And then here, it's like you have a good off angle to just shoot them in the back.
So here I was gonna hide, but then I saw my Genji on, like, oh, I guess I should help him.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that decision here. Once he pops Blade, yes. And then now I just hide again. Yeah, this is good. This is smart. This is really good, because now you guys might actually be able to get a recontest. Because your Genji got 2 before he died. So now you still have the angle, which means that you can do silly things here. You can do silly things from here. You can create space for your team to retake. Yeah, this is good. This is smart from you. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you missed it, but it's okay. Only thing I would say here is you could probably get away with doing a bolt first or a dash first. Just given the range here, it's probably not worth using your ult at this range. I don't think it's bad. I think it's fine, but probably just do the bolt instead and then hold the ultimate and see what happens. But I actually don't hate this. I think this is honestly just fine. So I'm not gonna really concern myself, because you're still forcing a lot of resources, forcing a lot of attention. This is really awkward. You then double back to approach the angle from here. Queen dies. You touch cart, and then yeah. I mean, this is like, okay. This is what I'm talking about. Off angle pressure. You've done basically nothing mechanically, not because you've missed shots, it's because they've continually shut you down, and yet you win the fight.
Right.
You've created so much space, so much harassment and distraction. You've been such a lethal threat. You even used an ultimate for it, right? And you win the fight. So that was good. Good job. Your decision making this entire fight in your rotations were by far the best that we've seen this entire game. And you just don't miss. So good stuff. Go get him. You know, go get him. I go do this. What's he gonna do? You know, what is he gonna do? You know, it's over. I want to see an updraft here. Like even here, right? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You coach yourself here.
I could totally draft backwards and just
sit
there. They
just get here. Right, exactly. Just sit here and be like, come on, I dare you guys to walk forward. I dare you guys to try to push this angle and hold them for just like an hour, right? Yeah, you got it. Is there any particular... So I've been beating you over the head a little bit here. Is there any sort of reason why that you've been a little bit more hesitant to open laterally? Maybe for this particular game.
Like using the updraft?
Just no, not even the updraft, just the lateral angles. The updrafts have been okay, but like just opening up, taking deeper angles with what you're seeing here.
I think it's because I think it's because when I played Echo, dying a lot on hers kind of made me scared of 1v1s and challenging sightlines and going on off angles too aggressively. It makes me...
Right.
I'm scared of him, I guess, yeah.
Sure, sure. Does this make sense, though, in terms of what you reap the rewards of? Yeah. I don't know if it's because... I think Freja just in general can take these off angles a little bit more because you have the horizontality, but the difference between you and Echo as well is that you don't have to commit to a proximity. You can kind of poke from range. Like, you can do things like this here, right? You can do things like this here, right? You can play a little bit outside of harm's way.
Yeah,
to be
also
frank,
the thing about how Echo has 1 get out of jail ability, and I have 3 mobility.
Right. So like this is absolutely what you need to be doing right here. Like you don't even know.
Sometimes I melee on accident when I'm trying to adjust my aim. It's really annoying.
Like you're a menace here right now. You just force Suzu basically by yourself, and you could just stay here. Like you've got passive heal. I mean, this is not exactly great from you in terms of the proximity. That was goofy, but at least you're pushing the angle. How you're behaving on the angle is messy. but you are a menace. That's fine, it happens.
Yeah, that one felt rough.
But I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to win the fight. I mean, you have just been a nuisance here for literally, what, 20 seconds? Yeah,
both
5
supports are together at the Zen and the Curie.
Yeah, and you got your one too. You didn't play it well. You missed the wall. You missed your ultimate. Still get the soldier. Still get the Zen. Still get the Curie. You probably should have killed the Zen. And meanwhile, these guys are just on a total island. I don't know why you guys nano life weavered and Ramatra ulted, but you're gonna win this fight. So like this is what I'm talking about. So when you initially went in here, you're like, I want to look at a couple of deaths. I don't want to look at that death. That's good. You know, that's good. That's the best play you've done this entire game, right? Like you actually took some, not just risks, but you took calculated risks, not foolish risks, but I'm going to use my kit. I'm going to use cover. I'm going to use my cooldowns wisely and disengage. And then you kind of messed up one of the details and died, but you've still got value out of it. Mm-hmm. If anything, the fights where you've not died have been the ones that I've wanted to look at more. So I don't think you have to be really careful when you look at deaths as something that you need to fix, right?
Yeah. I've actually, when I watched Flats a lot more when he played Overwatch a lot, I remember he talked about how like, actually no, I might have heard you say it too. Like just because you see a Ryan with a lot of deaths doesn't mean he's not taking space. Doesn't mean he's not taking resources from the enemy team.
Right, exactly. You got to ask like when we look at that last engagement, the mistake was the fact that you screwed up your updraft coming from the floor and or probably shouldn't have dropped to the floor in the first place, right? That's the mistake. I'm not even that mad about the screwed up ultimate. It was just a little bit of a fat finger. I'm more worried about the decision making that led you to drop and screwing up your disengage. But I'm not chastising you, and you shouldn't feel disappointed about dying or trying to go for a play. Like, this is good. Like, even this right now, like, you're still controlling space. You need to be careful because they're giving you respect, right? They're tired of you. They're tired of dealing with you, right? And so they're putting resources into you. I mean, look at the Zen. Look at the soldier, right? But for every resource that they throw at you and you live, that's one fewer resource for your team to worry about. And he's dead again. And now you win the angle. And now you shoot his Zen in the back. See, you're the one that's taking initiative and doing so using your kit's strength, right? So when I look at this, you know what I say? I say freaking hit your shots next time, right? That's it, right?
I missed like 4 bolts.
Right. So that it's not because you need to be better than Zen. It's because when you have 3 dashes, you should win the 1v1 with Zen about 90% of the time. Mm-hmm. Right? This isn't, in Grandmaster, you won't beat Zen. No. In Grandmaster, if you have 4 bolts, you will win, or 3 bolts, you will win, right? So this is good. This is fine. You just missed every shot. Maybe you rushed the first 1 or 2 and then kind of slowed down too late. That being said, you still got the soldier. You still forced resources on the angle. You pulled the Zenyatta with the trance out of the fight. And now the Zen is still out of the fight. And if you're going to win this fight, it's going to be off of your efforts. You don't, but it was close. And that was also a situation where they had 3 ultimates and you guys had 0. You almost want to fight 3 ults to 0 off of your efforts. Good job. Again,
another reason why I like this code is when we go attack, I also play Echo, so I thought it'd be good.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we can do both. Yeah, it's a good angle. I would have held again more to the lateral side here rather than stacking and then backing this way where you're a little bit naked. You see this? This is spooky. Whereas where would you micro here? You updraft. Where do you updraft from here?
So potentially either briefly closer to the right because of how far May and them are up, or if I initially rotated more to the left.
Right, like way over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your choice. I think
that'd take more time and cooldown.
Yes, given the fact that you're just rolling out and going, absolutely. You just go here, hug the wall, updraft, bop, 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 and then you have to disengage. You run this way. You run towards cover. Yep. But not here. This is too convenient to shoot you and also too naked for you cover-wise, right? This is significantly safer and also makes them choose who they want to focus. They don't get collateral benefits, essentially.
I am kind of surprised I didn't immediately think of that because, like, I've also Farah was my first main, and if I was playing Farah now, I'd never done that. I would never have gone up in the air like that when they have a soldier.
Right. Well, it's different, right? It's different because when you're the difference between you and a Farah is like not that you you do need to be going with some form of cover. But soldier can't just go, oh, but like he just dies instantly, right? You're just much more precise when you're in the air than a Pharah is. So you can basically, as long as you have some form of cover, you can not disrespect, but you have an advantage that Farah doesn't. She has more uptime generally in the air, but you have a lot more range lethality. Yeah, this is good. The problem here is the micro. What's the problem here micro-wise?
I guess it would be that I saw my Genji like crouching in the corner. I don't really have help other than from Lifeweaver immediately.
Let me highlight something more important. Do you see this? This is where you were, right?
I didn't stay towards the pillar.
Correct. You left the pillar. You dashed forward, right? Instead of holding the pillar. And that then means that you're all or nothing, right? That's the mistake here. You miss your shots, yes, but just hold the pillar. Hold the pillar. Now that means that you need to stop inputting with your dashes when you're hugging wall. You know what I mean? So don't use your controller at all. Just dash, dash, dash. You'll go straight, but you'll hold the corner without leaving it. That way, when you get shot here, you'll be able to just duck behind, get healed by Lifeweaver, and you'll be okay. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where's your angle here?
Hug left or go back to the pillar potentially.
Yeah, I like left better because it's easier. We're already there, so we could just dash over here and then even like updraft, do something silly over here. Yep, you got it. There's no angle here. There's no cover there. It feels awkward. You see how uncomfortable this feels. And then obviously we have to touch. We die. GG's. Okay, let's Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I should have had faith in you. There's no way, though. There's no way. There's no way. These guys have there's no way. Oh, you created just enough of a ruckus for Nanoblade. Let's see it. Oh, no. They just shot him. That's crazy. Okay, well, good disruption and distraction. Some nice shots. You coached it out. All right. Okay, so main feedback for Freya is like you've kind of got the updraft cycle going. Like we're pretty comfortable with your dash reset. Your mechanics also look a lot better. Your ults have been pretty fine in terms of what you're trying to do. Sometimes it didn't work out, but you know what you're trying to do with the ultimate, which is fine. The problem has actually been more positional with you. You need to be, at least in this particular situation, way more off-angle pilled. Way more off-angle pilled. And I'm going to go ahead and say it doesn't matter as much what comp they're on either. I do think that things like Tracer and Sombra and Diva and Ball can compress those angles. Like you have to play a little bit closer to your team. You have to use your verticality more. Yes, absolutely. But you still need to be using something of your lateral. And when I was forcing you to think about it more, as usual with students, is like you were able to find those positions pretty quickly. And you even leveraged them on second point when you were allowed. Basically what happened with second point is you played really poorly off angling, but then you won. And then you had a lot of time to think about it. The same position again. You're like, let's try this. And then it worked. And then it worked again. And then it worked again, right? And so what happened is you were not apt to think about it until you were forced to play the same position, fight location like 5 times in a row, basically. So what I need you to try is on maps where you don't fight the same location 5 times in a row, you need to start experimenting sooner. Like first fight, like the first defense. Where could I go? Like if you're attacking here, where's your angle? Where could you try with your updraft and your dashes? Where would you be safe? Where could you find vertical cover? Because the same thing happened on third defense, right? You really only had one fight on third defense and you just didn't off angle. You collapsed back towards your team basically immediately, right? So you need to build not just the map knowledge, the map experience, but like pay attention. Like if you were to play Freya here, were to roll out, and you hear Freya on the left, and you see Junker Queen and Kiriko here, this kind of implies that this probably the same angle is going to be open for you. And I don't know if that'll push over and drop necessarily, but I mean, maybe you jump up here and drop and fire a couple bolts and draft over or something, right? Because you know there's a lot of resources here. You kind of get what I'm saying? So yeah. You would have to, again, first fight, I want you to experiment a little bit. Listen, pay attention, find your angle, and go from there. Use your lateral a little bit more. And then, obviously, as a result of that, please prioritize cover. wherever you go, just so that you don't get 2 or 3 shot, basically. Dying
It sounds
slowly.
like-
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it sounds like it's very similar, if not the same, as like limit testing. I've heard people talk a lot about that. Like
Yeah,
seeing what
yeah.
you can get away with when you're playing, especially DPS.
Yeah. When I say limit testing, it's not necessarily like seeing how greedy you can get. It's more like when I say limit testing, I mean more about find the optimal positioning through experimentation.
Okay.
And by applying the fundamental of I need to be looking for off angles with some verticality with some cover, right? Like you kind of know what kind of positions are good with Freya, so go find that position all the time. It's not like let's see how greedy you can get in plat. That's not what I want. I want to find out what's the grandmaster position here. I don't know. Well, let me see if I can find it, right? Because all the things that we talked about on your defense would apply in a grandmaster top 500 zimming lobby, basically. You just need the experience of finding it, and if you don't experiment, you're not going to find this lobby or find the angle. Sorry. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going here.
So yeah, I picked Echo here because I'm not that like this is an awkward map for Echo by any means, but this was definitely more of an ego pick because the enemy person playing Freya that was complaining that I was playing a broken character. I was like, fine, I'll play a character that isn't Freya and I'll still win.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, and this is still like a fine Echo map. Like you're case in point, right? Like kind of what you're doing right now. Like you're doing what you weren't doing as much on Freya and kind of using a little bit more of the off angle and the verticality here. You got to be a little bit scared of this. That's one good way to get one shot, so be careful. But you do have your boosters. You did zone backline out. So what do you think about her buff to her primary fire? Have you felt it?
Oh, the tighter spread.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. It's always been kind of awkward to aim with it on console because you don't aim, so the aim assist, like, it will kick in, obviously, but it's not as intense as it is with other characters.
Yeah, fair. Okay. This is 100% ego. You don't have the element of surprise here. You don't even have your flight or beam. You're just like, I'm gonna get this son of a gun.
And I got punished for it. Yeah, she does kill me that way one more time.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Sure.
It's just not a fair duel for you, right? Like if you can't get close to her with the element of surprise, or you can't get like beam or hit a primary fire, you're not gonna win. The other thing with Freya as well is is like it's basically just which one of you hits your cooldowns essentially. Because when she has dashes or when you have stickies, you're more lethal. So, okay. Where's your angle?
Likely towards top right.
Yeah, like probably hovering around here, right? If you want to get really silly with it, I mean, there's not Tracer anymore, and even if they were on Tracer and you heard her over here, my friend, this is wide open, right? Wide open, right? Like,
Just because my Genji's distracting them.
Yeah. Like this is even if Genji's not right. If you got a Cassie sitting on point, well then good. You sit here, you wait a second. You hear Ryan swinging, and you peek here, and there's full stickies, and it's just Merry Christmas, right? So really your choice, but it's, again, the lateral space control needs to be done better. Like even here, right? This is better, but then as you fall, I want you falling off to the right, not to the left. You need to create distance to where, because if you go here, this is how you get shot by Freya. If you go here, you can use cover and just keep poking out the Ryan from distance. You see what I'm saying? Use your mobility. Overall, the cooldown usage has been fine. I mean, I say I say that at a bad time. But like what you're trying to do with the cooldowns, I mean, you know how to play Echo in terms of like beams, and then look for stickies, and then use your stickies when you're generally up and close, and like I mean, it's all fine. Do it. Where should you go from here? At least just kind of sit.
Yeah, I could have at least waited on the top left.
Just wait there. You can even like sit here and then poke and then listen. Okay, is there anybody coming for me? Right. This is fine because this is still kind of an off angle given where your team is pressuring and you're pressuring from here. It's okay. But as soon as you get your flight back now, like we're getting ready to go. Yeah. This is good. Because this is the thing. If you didn't take this position away, the Symmetra would, right? Then the Symmetra would be doing this kind of stuff, and then you'd have to clear her out, but you'd have to be fighting into a choke to deal with her, right? Like you would have she would have the positional advantage, right? Because she could throw like a turret here, it'd be impossible to get her out. But you got here first. So now not only do you have an advantage in the duel, but for anybody to clear you out is really expensive. So from here, I actually don't mind you staying here and just freaking copying and being like, come at me, right? Because the problem here is like you're disengaging, but you're disengaging into the open, and you're probably going to die anyway, right? Like you see how you're dying to the off angle now that you gave up.
Yeah.
So I know it's really scary. You're like, crud, it's a 2v1. You don't have to win the 2v1. You just have to contest it and live it. And that is worth an ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? This is all good. This is all good. Like, this is like, I cannot accentuate enough how decent this is. The only reason that this is even feeling as bad as it is because you don't have a tank, right? So just hold on. Just survive. Use your ult to extend things out. Bait, live, copy the Freya and diff her, right? That's the ultimate Chad move right there, right? And then at least even if you die here, you keep your team protected while you're dying. You get what I'm saying? You're not expected to win a 2v1, but if you're not able to disengage the 2v1, you might as well just use it. And an ultimate absolutely is worth it to hold space. Absolutely. This is really good right here. This is really, really, really good, right? This is the kind of off-angling that we love to see, right? It doesn't always have to be going for backline. Just shoot the tank. This is great. It's fine. Yeah, good stuff. I like your skin as well. I love this. I love the skin so much. It's super cool.
Yeah, I grinded so hard for the new weapon variant for this skin.
It looks great. It looks great. It looks great. This is the Fleta one, I think, right? The Overwatch League one. What's it called?
It might be. For some reason have a few skins like that for. I can't remember. Oh, let me go.
Is it like Sun and Moon or like Good and Evil or something? I can't remember.
It's called Cosmic.
Okay, it's like a recolor of like the Echo.
I think the good and I know what skin you're talking about though. It's a skin I really liked when I saw it. But
yes, it's a recolor of it. It's Good and Evil. It's a recolor of it. Yeah, that's an Overwatch League skin. That's from Fleta. It's a specific MVP skin from a player that used to play in the Overwatch League.
Yeah, on the skin though, I'm actually surprised, despite the fact that I don't think Echo's a super popular character. She does get really good skins.
Yeah, she does. Fleta was, Echo was briefly meta in Overwatch League, and Fleta was like really, really good with the character, and his team did really well. So yeah, he got the MVP skin. So this is great. By the way, this is a little early. I think it's my only critique because your diva once again isn't in mech, so I'm not a huge fan of the timing of this. But from a strategical side of things, yeah, this is good because you're going to cause a big ruckus. You're going to, even if you die here, there's no way you got nano. That's crazy. So if you had died right here, this is what we would have called an earned death. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You took an off angle, you contested, you created a lot of space, you played reasonably resource efficient. Like you got a lot of resources, but you did a lot with those resources because you used cover well, you used your cooldowns well, you engaged on an off angle. My only criticism would be the timing, as I said, right? Like you needed to probably wait for your baby diva to get back into mech. But beyond that, it's good. You took
I'd say, yeah, like the other side of the coin is like the Ana nanoing me. Like rewarded me for bad timing, I guess, you know.
Well, yes and no, because if you had not gotten the nano here, you would have potentially all you would have done is been burst out of your copy and then just flown out here.
Yeah.
So you probably would not have gotten the kill, but you would have created all the space that you did here anyway. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? So the result would have been it gets 2 kills because of the nano, but without the nano, you get 0 kills, but a lot of space. It's okay. It's fine. You're not always expected to get kills out of the ult. That's fine. Now, the major error here, you can probably spot it, is, we're up 2. I'm fine, right? And look at where you're positioned. Right? I mean, come on. Do you think Ryan? What do you think Ryan's gonna do? Right? Like, the easy answer is, I didn't know he had shatter. And that's just lazy because to make sure that you don't lose an already won fight, where should you go as soon as you get your health back here?
Top left.
Top left. Take the angle, right? Just sit here and poke. You don't have to take any risks because you have an advantage. Just poke, prod. You hear that? Go murder these guys. This is what happens. This is how you lose a one fight, is through a lack of space control. Like, your team might actually lose this because you didn't take the angle. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So these lateral angles are huge problems with you. You're actually pretty comfortable with the character's kits that you play, at least with Freya and Echo. Nice. Yep, good stuff. And I even like your aggression, like the principle of what you're trying to do. I just don't like always where you're doing it. Like, this is great. This is great. Force them back. Then you can just fly out. Yes. Go, go, go. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You see how effective this is, right? Look at the red circles, right? Like, look at where they were, stuffing this choke. Look at them now. Brig falls back. Sem falls back. Sem's still chasing. Kiriko TP's to heal Brig. Turrets are being thrown in you. Everyone's panicking. Ryan has to fall back. They're now popping teleport on you. Sem is coming after you. Sem's getting poked out by you. Ryan takes teleport for some reason. Ryan is now shielding you. Just you. Sim is after you. Freya is after you. They pop Kitsune Rush, but it's just completely isolated. Like, and this is beautiful. This is great. Do this more, right? Now you just need to live. Or trade. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's okay.
Yeah,
that was a good try.
close.
That's a good try. But this is really good. This is really good. Like, this is still really, really hard to walk up, but your team is almost winning a fight with 0 ults, basically. That was good. That was really good. Oof, that was close. Let's do it again. You can go here, or you can go right. Like, your team's kind of here. Yep. Especially that you got copy. Yes. This is perfect.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Obviously unfortunate because of the turrets, right? It felt like you kind of got forced into it just because you didn't know the turrets were there. As goofy and as poorly as this has been executed, look at what's happening. You see what I'm saying? I mean, for crying out loud. Like, not just that, but look at the kill feed, right? You guys are, again, walking uphill. He just committed an ultimate. You might actually live this. Okay, no, you don't live this. And that death results in winning the fight. You see it? Mm-hmm. That was good. That was great. I mean, like, imagine if that would have been executed better. So let's actually look at what could have been better executed from you. What do you think? Focus on the stuff that's consistently, like, you can always practice this or always keep in mind.
So I probably could have looked out for the turrets more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although shooting them would have alerted the Symmetra probably. So, but even then, I mean, millisecond probably doesn't make that much of a difference.
Yeah. Can I offer a little bit of feedback here? When you take a more aggressive angle, take a second or two before you give yourself away so that you're a little bit closer to flight.
I see. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, you needed to fly here, but you didn't have to immediately, because I think you were going to go now anyway. You could look at your body language, right? Because you're like, oh, I have ult. Right. But, like, wait for you to get your flight back so then you can fly and then ult and then fly again, right? So from here, just wait a second. Oh, turrets, break, turret. 3, 2, 1, shoot, beam, fly out. Then you can use your copy kind of at your, basically you want to dictate, you do want to play more aggressively with copy, but you don't want to get your copy forced. You want to force the copy on them. Kind of what you did here, where you just went, bam, right in their face and blew them up, right? This one's kind of the opposite, where you're playing a little bit more conservatively, but you ended up getting it forced early anyway. So just try to wait a second or two.
Yeah.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
I don't think there's a whole lot to say here. I think you have the right idea, you just got murked. And I don't have a whole lot to say about the disengage here as well. You know what, to be honest with you, man, I don't really know if there's a whole lot you could have done outside of, because you needed to get to cover here. Thankfully, your shields kick in, but unfortunately, you don't get quite enough height. I think it was really just the timing of that engage. I don't really see anything else unless maybe you see something else. Maybe you could have flown to Mega here. I don't know.
Yeah, the mini health pack could have helped me get up a little faster. I probably could have killed at least one of them before I died, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. It's tough, though. It's really tough. I think all things considered, you created a lot of space. I would just focus on, if you're going to take a deep angle, try to, like, stall a second or two so that you get your flight back.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good. Like, I want to emphasize, like, how good that was. Like, you're going to win the cap the point off of that, almost certainly. And again, it kind of goes back to what we were saying about the deaths, right? Like, you can't look at that as like, oh, that was a bad death. No, that was a great death. It was a great death. That's why replay review is really helpful, because you can go back in time and look at the resources that you forced and for how long you're able to keep those resources alive, how much space you created, you know? Yeah. Like, if you'd gone there and you'd copied and you died immediately, right, you would have been like, okay, that's not worth it. That wasn't good, right? So, by the way, perks that you've chosen, I think are pretty clearly, like, the most consistent. So.
Yeah, I really wish she'd get better ones.
Yeah, I think she has some of the weakest perks in the game. So,
I think when we go into round 3 and 4, I pick Freya because of that.
Yeah, agreed. Where's your space here?
It's
kind of too late now, right?
Yeah, it's, my tank dead.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Sim is full charge on my Genji.
So I assume this is where you're going to do the echo thing, hopefully.
Oh, he picked up the flower.
Mm-hmm. Like, even in quote-unquote lost fights, you can just kind of glide off here and then just pop up and go like, hey, look at me, look at me, look, stop pushing, right? Just create a little bit of that attention, right? Okay. Let's see what you do. Because this is where Freya destroys you, right? You will never win this duel, so... Mm-hmm. See, this is good because you're kind of managing your height so that you don't drop too soon, right? Because you're like, I need to get my flight out of here, so this is really good. But now you're close enough and you have enough HP. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is like, again, just like, look at the stupid supports. Like, look at them. They're not even looking at any, like, there's nothing. Like, look at the Arista's HP. Look at the Symmetra's HP. And you've done no damage to them at all. And then you're still, the best part about it is you're still in a good position to do things like this. Beautiful. Oh, you've agreed your ultimate. That's awesome. Because you didn't need it. It was just Brig shooting you. I tell you what, like, it's crazy how immediately you get rewarded for creativity like this. And not just creativity, but also, like, you managed your attention really well, right? Like, you didn't drop too soon. You immediately disengaged when they looked at you. You try to greed your ult. Like, you didn't just take angle and turn brain off, right? Like, it was the exact same thing you did here, right? Where you took angle strategically, decisively, with respect to cover and the enemy team's attention, and just win the fight every time. And once again, they used 2 ultimates for your 2, right? So it wasn't like, oh, you blew a bunch of ults here. This is really good. You son of a gun. I mean, I love the angle, but I'm like, first off, you gotta wait a little bit, right? Like, look at where you are in relation to your team. But second off, like, let's be honest, your copy is dictated by where you are. So you're gonna throw stickies here, you're gonna beam the Brig, and either you're gonna copy Orisa, or you're gonna copy Brig, or you're gonna copy Kiriko, right? I don't know how good you are versus those characters, but you have to pick them, right? Because you need to stay here. You need to stay here. Keep their attention on you here. This is you basically just, I want to ego, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little naked, right? It's a little exposed.
Oh, I got interrupted out of the ult.
Yeah, because you're standing in the middle of the enemy team, and you're standing in the middle of the enemy team because you went across the entire map to get the target you wanted, you know? I mean, we've talked about this with Echo before, but don't worry as much about your target copy. Worry more about where you are when you copy, if that makes sense. Because you see the problem, you got your 1, and look at where the frick you are right now. This is just terrible, right? Like, you have 0 space at all. So your Ram's gonna get smoked. You're just preying on Nanoblade here.
I wish I saw that about the obviously I'm not always able to realize and apply it, but in my head I know it's about positioning over who you copy. But I remember I one time watched a video, like a full dedicated video on who's the best to copy in Overwatch as Echo.
Yep.
And I feel like that I put too much of an emphasis on that over positioning.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely matters, right? It definitely matters. It's like saying target priority doesn't matter. It definitely matters. It's just not the most important thing, right? Most of it's dictated by who you can shoot. So if we were to go back to, well, let's practice that. So let's say you go back to here. First off, let's wait like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. Like, let's say you would actually pressure at the right time. Let's who would you copy here? I think I know who I'd copy. Who do you think?
You probably. I'm actually not sure. I know if I waited, I probably would have sticks the Brig or the carry to bait Suzu.
Yeah.
And I probably would have duped the Brig because the Freya's not looking at me.
Sure.
If the Sim walks up, that's a little scary. The Ursa turns around, but then my team by then is up.
Right.
So
right. But this is where you can look at your tier list of like, who do you prefer to copy? Who do people say you should copy? It used to be back in the day. I mean, you remember tanks were like broken to copy, but like now it's like Orisa would still be a good copy here, but you basically have to instantly fortify and then just kind of like live for your fortify duration. Here, I would probably pick Kiriko, just because I don't have to get my face busted up to get value out of the character. So I can pick Break here and kind of hold shield and proc Inspire and stuff, but I can't really force aggression because I'd explode, right? Kiriko, any character that you can kind of poke with from a corner, as long as that it's a really aggressive off angle here, which it obviously is. Like I could just poke, hide, poke, Susan myself, poke, teleport back to my team, and then just Kitsune them, right? You know, like basically I can build ult without exploding. Which is actually why Freya is a really good copy most of the time, just not in this position, right? Because if you could copy Freya from like, let's say here, or if you were able to copy Freya from like here, it's pretty easy to poke out and force resources without dying because of her range. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of like a good general rule. It's like if I can basically poke and prod from a deep angle without getting myself exploded, that's pretty good. You either do that or you pick a character that is going to explode but is going to cause a big mess when they explode. Like Winston is a good one because you just jump in, you bubble, huge chaos. You may not get your ultimate, but it's a big spike in value. But yeah, I think you guys are going to win off of Nanoblade. Let's see. Just too good. Nanoblade, too good. This is fine. Careful of respawns, but you're fine. Yeah, okay. Let's take a look at the code. We got read some more time.
Sweet. Let me go back to my career profile.
I mean, it really is night and day when you're opening up on either Freya or Echo, these lateral angles. I don't have as much feedback with how you're using your cooldowns. I think you're doing, obviously showing a very high level of comfort, especially given your rank, right? Like, you know, you're like low diamond, high plat, you're not exactly a high level grandmaster player, but you know their kits, right? You've put the time in, it feels comfortable when you're playing them. Once we get you on those lateral positions, right? You do have to be careful and calculated in timing and playing cover, but we need to push that more. You need to use that more.
Yeah. When I pinned from today, 6VQ5 AQ.
AQ, sorry. Okay, any questions with that?
No, I think
Okay.
I got that.
Okay, let's keep going here. Is there a particular section you wanted to look at with this one? Because obviously we won't be able to get through the full code, but we can highlight a section if you'd like.
Not that I can recall.
Sure,
I
that's
don't
fine.
think. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure they might have attacked pretty easily but I can't.
Sure, that's fine. This position's good to start. Good try with the stickies. Angle's good.
Yeah, I was like...
Slowly poking you out. Gotta be careful.
You think I should have stayed there, keep poking him?
I mean, you can if you sticky like pretty well here. It is a little awkward, I will say. So I would say sure, but you would need to do either like really shove it here and then go whop, you know, like smack him right in the face,
right,
or
just
just
rockets in that hallway.
Yeah,
rockets are guaranteed.
Right. Or you could play like just throw rockets at him here and see what you get. And if you don't get it, then just give up, right? And then just off angle from here, right? This is fine as well. So I don't hate this. The main thing is that when you opened up, you walked right into his sightlines again instead of basically playing cover and disengaging. You see what I'm saying? So when you swung wide because you lost your angle, you end up swinging right into his sightlines, and then missed your stickies on the floor. So, yeah, it's fine. It's good. And you could even like this is where you just, it's risky, but you got to look at like the evolving battlefield live time. Like right now, once you see this. I know this is asking a lot. Where is it available to you off angle wise? It's risky, but let's push it.
Just fly right to him.
That's too direct. It's too open.
direct?
If he peeks, you're gonna die.
So then maybe hug left then?
Yeah, you could
Like
go
the
back
wall?
left again. Try this again. Right, exactly. So retake that space, see what you can do. Or if you can get really crispy with it, fly right to here, and then make your approach from here. Right?
Yeah.
I think either one of those, there's either the high risk, high reward option, which is definitely this one, or the low risk, low reward option. This one is just high risk, mid reward. You're not likely to get them that way. But yeah. So just retake space here. Because like you're thinking about closing the distance, which is good, but I don't like the way that you're approaching it because it's very direct. It's all or nothing. Does that make sense? So here, this is consistent. This will consistently create that opportunity. That being said, I'm just happy to see some aggression from you, so it's not the end of the world.
Alright, this was rough because this. I'm wondering if this was 6v6, I could have done something, but 5v5.
I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was bad. I mean, it was fine.
Yeah.
He fought you. You fought him. You tried to get away from him. You couldn't. So then you just fought him, and then you lived. So it's okay. Your advantage versus tanks is your ability to disengage duels, which is exactly what you did there. You chunked his HP and then left. So it's fine. This is where you're getting lazy with your positioning, because as this fight's evolved, what's opened up for you positionally?
The top.
The top, right. Go right back to where you were again, right? Because this is the thing with Echo, right? Like, Soldier is annoying. Hit scan are annoying, because once they get these positions, it's really, really hard to get rid of them, right? Especially in a map like this. But once they're gone, they're gone. It takes you just right back again. Don't lose your angle permanence, right? Once you lose an angle, you have to practice reminding yourself, where can I go again? Where can I go again? Because right now, you're basically just chasing butterflies. You're just playing deathmatch. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Get yourself here and see what happens. Oh, it kills Soldier. Oh, it kills Weaver. Okay, maybe they don't. Maybe they just run the cart. Okay, fine. Then drop behind and shoot the tank in the back, right? Keep your angle priority. Because this is just not where you want to be.
I went back because, I mean, I should have known there's probably not much I can do, but I'm like, oh, my Reinhardt is alone with a Ramatra.
Yes, not your problem. Not your problem. Let him win his duel. Prevent that Ramatra from getting pocket. You get what I'm saying? Or don't die to a Soldier. Because think about what actually happens here. Yeah, your Ryan dies to Ramatra, but you know what the real crime here is? You ready for it?
I'm chasing and I can't do anything.
But ready? It's even worse. Here it comes. This is the crime. You gave that angle up to chase Orion, and now if you're going to die, it's going to be to stuff like this. You see what I'm saying? This is a disaster for your team. Your supports are in dire straits, and then that ends up not only killing your Ryan, that kills your Soldier, and then almost kills them too. That's your responsibility. You know why? Not because Soldier's your responsibility, but because this is your playground, right? So if anything is on this playground, whether it's the Ramatra earlier or the Soldier, that's your responsibility. So when you gave this up, not only did you not save your Ryan, but you almost killed your backline, and you did kill your Soldier. So you kill Soldier here, right? Because you have the advantage here because of the space. And then what happens? Well, Merry Christmas, right? Merry Christmas. Does that make sense? So you're doing the right thing now. It's just the damage kind of has already been done. I went back up here, actually.
I should have stayed up.
Yeah. Like, as long you would definitely have gotten teleported on as Reaper. Okay, fine. No, just fly away. So I think, again, like the key term I want to go with is angle permanence. It's like occasionally you remember and then you forget. Like, this is really annoying and scary, but if you're going to retake this, it's going to be off of your efforts. So if you die here, I'm going to be disappointed because we would have seen more value from you sooner, but at least you're trying to contest some space. And you're trying to live, right? Like, you've allowed your team to get out of the choke, almost, which should have been impossible. Like, that kill feed is your fault. You did that. You did that. Because if we look back at this fight here, look at what's happening. This Reaper's chasing you. Ramatra is looking at you and not looking at the choke. Now he looks at the choke. Lifeweaver is looking at you. Kiriko is looking at you. Reaper is looking at you. You see this? It's absurd. Soldier is looking at you. Look at this guy. He pops heal station and turns around behind. This is all you. This is all you. And this is with you not... I mean, look at your ult charge, right? You're not doing that much damage, right? But you've pulled every single resource to yourself. And now it's just... Yeah, it's too late. So... And the best part is you're still in a good position to, like, do something, right? Like, this isn't great, but it's something. Sure. I mean, it's a little awkward to close the distance, but at least we're closing the distance. Again, I have pretty high faith that whenever you're going to close the distance in something, it's going to die most of the time, so. Angle permanence. Do not back up. Yeah, because if you back up to here, Soldier cooks you. If you hold here, you'll have to fly away from Reaper, but then just go to the other side. Right? This is good. With where your team is fighting, this is good. This is good too. You got Suzu up. This is okay temporarily. Right, this is okay temporarily, but you really can't stay here. So you need to kind of drop off to the side. Yeah, it's not great, right? So this is where you can kind of keep that close range angle and then instead move to here. And then, oh no, I get surprised by Soldier. So what? Dump Sticky's copy and kill him, right? But it's not terrible. Again, you're at least contesting space here. It's just not always optimal. Yeah, it's fine. Go back and do it again. Yep, it's fine. Oh, you just lost. You just lost them. It happens with Reaper. Okay, so main takeaways for you with both Echo and Freja is just, like I said, angle permanence. Just keep where do I need to be? Where do I need to be taking space? Where do I need to be? Where do I need to be taking space? Not just thinking laterally, obviously, but also verticality. Obviously very relevant with both characters. In terms of the micro of how you're using abilities with both characters, keep practicing your stickies, keep practicing your bolts, keep practicing your updrafts and so on. But I have a lot less feedback than last time. That's been by far your biggest increase, is your mechanical competence with the cooldowns has been really, really significantly better on both Echo and Freya. And I see why the rank is showing. The other good thing is that when you do remember to think about space and angles here, even on this last little Gibraltar bit, you do a good job. You actually manage attention pretty darn well. So like people will come flying after you and you quickly respect it and still live. That's not easy to do, right? So that when you do remember, you actually do a pretty darn good job of it. So at least from the little sample size that we saw. Ults with Freya were fine. Ults with Echo were mostly fine. The only little detail I'd say with Echo is maybe if when you take these deeper angles, try to kind of save a flight cooldown or two for a second and then go in so that you have it when it's ready. But most of the micro, especially given your rank, was pretty darn good. So, okay. Any questions?
No, I don't. Not that I can think of.
Okay. Keep me updated. And if you do transition over to PC, just let me know. There's no pressure at all. Like this is fine. But if you ever do decide to, just let me know and I can help give you some onboarding tips and stuff that you need to be keeping an eye on. So